Hey everyone, Mortgage Nerd here. Want to talk to you a little bit about recession and housing. Yeah, there's a recession coming. I've been saying it now for quite a bit, a few months. So there's a recession coming. When the recession is here, mortgage rates are going to drop and housing is not going to have a slowing or a negative appreciation, I should say. It might slow. That's okay, but we're not going to see negative appreciation. How might it slow? If people are losing their jobs, they might need to sell their houses, which will help with the inventory. Watch my previous video on inventory. That will lead to a more stable market. The more inventory will feed the demand. Maybe there'll be a little less demand too. So some balance is good. 5%, 10% appreciation is good. I want to see that. 20%, it's a little out of hand. We're not going to see it go to zero or below zero, I should say. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So the Fed hikes lead to recessions. So the recessions are these darker bars going up and down. Every time the Fed has increased rates, that's what this squiggly line is, there's a recession. Raise rates, 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 recession. It just always happens. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's like the country is addicted to the money printing. The economy, I should say, is addicted to the money printing. So we're always going to see this cycle. You just have to learn to go with these boom and bust cycles. All right, so the next slide is unemployment rate and recessions. Every time we have the lowest unemployment rate, recession soon follows. So they're a little correlated here. So every time you see recession hits, all of a sudden unemployment goes up, then we're in a good economy, unemployment comes down, unemployment goes up during a recession, unemployment comes down. I mean, this was the pandemic, the craziest numbers. Do you remember in politics where they were blaming the president that was in there for the for the unemployment? It's so crazy. This cycle has nothing to do with who the president is. I mean, the presidents might help with some of their policies. Pandemic didn't matter what happened. Anyway, unemployment down at these lows again, and we're going to see a recession. So the chances to have a recession within the next year, when you have inflation over 5%, there's a 45% chance. Looking back in history, there's a 45% chance the next 12 months you have a recession. This happened already Q2 of 2021. Unemployment rate below 4, there's a 42% chance. This happened in Q1 of 2022. So this one's been there for a while. The inflation's been going on with a half of the time it would happen that it would be a recession. And then 42% after what just got triggered now, the beginning of this year. But what happens when you have both at the same time? Which that happened Q1 this year when we hit that unemployment rate. 100% chance within 12 months we're going to have a recession. 100% chance there'll be one because you have these factors together. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to happen. There could be some other factor that comes in and stops it. But based on historical data, it will happen. So what happens to mortgage rates in recession? Remember, mortgage rates are going up right now. So every time a recession hits, the mortgage rates come down. They come down. They come down. Every time. So it's going to happen again. It's going to be part of stimulating the economy, lowering the Fed fund rate and lowering the fixed rate mortgages. That's going to help stimulate the economy. Let's look at the drops in rates that we've seen. About 1%, all the way down to 2.75. 6 to 4.875, 7.3 to 6. Look at these rates, 18 to 13%. So we're going to see something similar. If we're in the 6s and 7s, we'll probably see a drop into the 3s again. I don't know if we'll get to the 2s like we did during the pandemic. I mean, they were really trying to stimulate the economy hard, obviously too hard, which is why there's all this inflation. So lastly, housing always stays strong through recessions, except for the last one. The last one, the values already started to drop before the recession. The dropping values caused the recession. Housing caused the Great Recession of 2008. Remember that. The recession did not cause housing to go down. That's why people keep saying, oh, the recession is going to cause this thing. No, it's not. So look at the last recession, the pandemic. We kept going up. Look here in the 90s. Yeah, there was a little bit of a slowdown in values, but that's it. Look over here in the 00 decade. It just kept going up. A lot of times it just keeps going up. So you take that information what you want. Mortgage Nerd out.